Hey, now something a little bit different today. A few people have been emailing me and saying, asking about recipes and gardening and books and all this kind of stuff. So I thought I'd do a bit of a book review. I want to do a few, and I'll do a few different types of books. I'm going to go over 3 books today, and pretty much they're predominantly cookbooks, but I just want to go over them, what I've been reading lately, good books. One of them I've just bought about a week ago and read it. One I bought late last year and haven't read it all at all. And one I bought a couple of years ago and I've pretty much read that too. So the first one I want to do today is this one, Jamie at Home, Jamie Oliver's new book. Now, this is his latest book. You've probably seen the TV series Jamie at Home, where he's in his vegetable garden and he's kind of doing that transfer of growing vegetables to taking inside and cooking them, yada yada yada. This is a really good book. The photography is really awesome. So if you're a gardener and you want some recipes, this is a great book. If you're predominantly a cook and you want to learn a bit more about gardening, this is good too. He goes into everything that he kind of plants, how he grows it, all that kind of stuff. Pretty minimal, like the stuff that he goes over, like how he cooks and how he grows, say, string beans or something like that, is pretty basic. But it's a good start. The photography is just really good. There's a few pictures. I don't know if you can see it properly. This one in particular of his garden. He's just got such an awesome vegetable garden. I'd love to see it. It's really nice. So this is quite good. I bought it when I was on holiday in Lawn, and I pretty much read it from cover to cover, so over a few days. So really, really good book. Lots of nice recipes, and he's starting to incorporate that kind of garden to kitchen type of feel. A lot of people have been bagging him a bit. I've noticed lately saying that he's jumping on the bandwagon with battery hens, and now he's growing his own vegetables. Next he'll grow his own livestock and yada yada. But I just think it's kind of a natural progression, so good on him. The other books are quite good and his TV series are good. So yeah, that was probably cost me about 65 bucks Australian. So expensive, but well worth the book. It's really good. It's got over 100 new recipes in it and bits and pieces about gardening, and he even gets into like rabbits and shooting pheasants and all that kind of stuff, bird game and feathered game and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, good book. Next one is an old book, but if anyone's interested in gardening, self-sufficiency, stuff like that, I highly recommend it. It's Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall's The River Cottage Cookbook. Now, a lot of people are well aware of Hugh Whittingstall as far as the River Cottage series goes and all that kind of stuff. So this has been out for a while. He's got a few other books as well. The River Cottage Meat Book, A Year at River Cottage, the River Cottage Kids Book, and the Fish Book just came out recently too, but I haven't bought it. I saw it actually, but it was about 85 bucks, so I couldn't justify it at the time with the money that I had. But he pretty much covers heaps of things, like he goes over different fish, fresh fish, sea fish, chickens, pork, beef, lamb, all the different cuts, fruit, vegetables, herbs, the whole lot. So if you're kind of getting into self-sufficiency and you want to grow your own and do a bit of stuff, I highly recommend this book. It's just a real wealth of knowledge. So again, I've noticed lately too, a lot of people have been bagging Hugh Whittingstall as well, saying that you might as well call it River Cottage Corporation, and he's got online fishing courses now and all that kind of stuff. And well, fair enough to a degree, I guess, but he's just doing what he does, and I really enjoy his series and really enjoy his books, so I can highly recommend this one too. And the last book is this one, The Silver Spoon. Now this book, you can see how thick it is. It must have thousands of recipes in it, and it pretty much covers everything from like potato dishes to emu and ostrich and all that kind of stuff. It's literally got everything in it. It's pretty much the quintessential Italian cookbook. So it is expensive. You probably pay over 100 bucks for it Australian, but it's well worth it. Like it says on the front, the Bible of authentic Italian cooking and Italy's best-selling cookbook for over 50 years. So you can't go wrong, can you? It's pretty well illustrated. The pictures are good, but it just covers everything. Like it'll say it has leeks, for example. it'll have heaps and heaps of recipes just for leeks, things you'd never think of. So I highly recommend this one too. The Silver Spoon, it's called. It doesn't have an author as such, because I guess it's just the amalgamation of thousands of different people and their recipes and all that kind of stuff. So really, really good book. Sorry, I thought someone was going to come in there. So yeah, good book, Silver Spoon. So if you see that, it's purely a cookbook, nothing, you know, gardening or anything like that about it, but really good book. So Silver Spoon, the River Cottage Cookbook, so recipes as well as, you know, how to make salamis and growing plants and fruit and all that kind of stuff. Not really applicable to Australia because the climates are so different from in Dorset in England, but really a good book. It'll really get you started on a few things. Like most other books, it doesn't really go into fertilising content, soil content and crop rotation, companion planting, all that stuff doesn't really get a say in there, but still a great book, so you kind of pick up all that other stuff as you go. I think it cost me about $45 when I bought it too, so a fairly thick book, but that's a couple of years ago. And Jamie at Home, which has just come out too, which is a really good book, kind of as a companion book to the TV series, which I've really liked too. So, cool. So that's my book reviews for today. Any questions, just give me a yell. I'll come back and I'll do another book review probably in the next few weeks, and I'll try and cover a few more self-sufficiency books, books by John Seymour, yada yada yada. So, cool. Alright, hope you like that. Everyone's been asking me about different books and recommended reading and stuff like that, so I can highly recommend those 3 books. They're really good. Cool. Any questions, just give me a yell. I'll see you soon, alright?